Alright, welcome back to another video, and today guys we're going to be talking about Supergirl and just my overall thought and predictions of the potential success of this movie. And the movie ain't too far from being released. It's like, what, about like 5 months, 6 months away. And from what we've seen so far, the movie just feels and looks like it's going to be a great movie. And I'm not saying that this movie is going to be like Oscar worthy, but it just, god damn, it looks good. It looks fun. The whole movie is just going to be a big space adventure, and not only that, we're going to get a bit of Krypton lore, and I hope they address like how each different family have a different view of the world and all that. But man, I'm just ready to see how well Millie acts, because time and time again we've been hearing that despite the film as of now having an underwhelming villain, the color grading is pretty dark, and many other minor things, we keep hearing another leak or another thing alongside of those complaints, and that is Millie as Supergirl is like RDJ as Iron Man. And I'm like, damn, well, if the leakers and many other people that are within the industry keep saying that, then holy shit, dude, like I gotta see it for myself, bro. The fact that like people keep on saying like, oh yeah, Millie as Supergirl is like RDJ as Iron Man, and she's like born to play as Supergirl, dude, like they keep saying that, bro, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like I really want to see that. I like, fuck, bro, I want to see that. And I want to see if it's true. Not only that, but the main man, Lobo, is also in the movie. And he's played by Jason Momoa. A role that Momoa has been wanting ever since this dude joined DC. And now that this dude has finally gotten Lobo, I know this dude about to kill the role, dog. Like, this dude gonna have so much fun with, playing Lobo. And I can't wait to see that. But my main point of this video is that I think that this movie will be better than Superman. Yeah, I'll take it one step further and say that this movie will probably potentially make more than Superman, despite of it potentially maybe having an underwhelming villain or final battle. Because dude, the main villain, Krem, in the comics, he's just an ordinary guy. The reason why Supergirl has a bit of a trouble is because she's under the influence of the Red Sun, which, she still has her powers, but she isn't as strong. Not only that, she's kind of drunk most of the time because, she's dealing, she's practically coping and trying to heal from her past trauma of of Krypton, blowing up while she's in Krypton. Well, not while she's in, well, that too, but also, her living on a chunk of Krypton and practically seeing everybody that she knows pretty much perish. But like I said, despite all that, I think it'll be better than Superman, and I feel like this movie is going to have like a Barbie type movement. And I keep saying this in my past videos that I feel like Supergirl might have a Barbie type movement, because man, if James Gunn or whoever is marketing this movie, hopefully they market it even better than Superman. And Superman marketing was pretty damn good, but please, man, I just want this movie Supergirl to be everywhere. I want it to be on like girl clothes, girl makeup, some girl backpacks, everywhere, dude. Because dude, I feel like a lot of younger teenagers are really gonna connect with this movie, just because the whole part of Millie going through so much fucking trauma, and despite having all that trauma, she still figures it out at the end. And I know that's gonna resonate with a lot of young girls and young women as well. So man, I can't wait for that, dude. I hope this movie really caters to those females, bro. I really do, bro. Because fuck, dude, it'll be so fucking good, bro. Not even for DC, just for Supergirl in general, dude. She deserves a lot of love, and I'm glad that she's the second DCU film. And what's also special about this film is that I feel like this film isn't going to play it safe, because man, from a lot of reviews from Superman, especially from creators, is they all think the same thing. They all pretty much said the same thing, and I didn't really realize it at the time because I was so hyped, that we finally got a good Superman. Not only that, a good adaptation of Superman. I was, dude, I was just blinded, and I rewatched it when it came out on HBO, and I'm like, man, I wanted more. It was still a good film. I wouldn't say it was the best comic book film, but god damn, it was one of my favorites of all time. But like I said, it felt like something was missing. And that's what many other creators have said, is that it felt like, it was missing something. It just needed one more thing to be the greatest fucking comic book film of all time. And like I said, they all pretty much said the same thing, in that they felt like James Gunn played it too safe. And honestly, I'm going to talk about a little bit more of that in my next video, which my next video will be talking about Men of Tomorrow and how I think it's going to be better than the first Superman film. But I don't want to say too much on it because we're talking about Supergirl right now. But yeah, man, like I said, Superman played it safe. I feel like now James Gunn told Craig, it's like, hey, with this film, hey dude, just follow your heart, follow your vision, direct the movie how you want to direct it, have fun with it. And if you want to, of course James Gunn can like supervise it and be like, oh, you know what, that's a bit too much, or hey, this is not enough, or something like that. Whatever the case may be, I know that this film, I'm not necessarily saying that this movie is not gonna play it safe. Like it'll be a bit loose this time. But yeah, I mean, like, overall, dude, even if I say that this movie would be better than Superman and make more money than Superman, it's all my opinion, dude. Like, it's my opinion and my prediction. I'm not saying this is going to like 100% happen, but man, it'll be cool if it did. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion, my prediction. But let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Do y'all think that Supergirl will be better than Superman and will make more money than it? Or do you think it will be another movie that will make the general audience be more hooked in for the DCU? Or lastly, do you think this movie will be the first the first flop of the DCU? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And as always, I'll see y'all later.